So today I want to do a color grading tutorial with you guys. Not necessarily even a tutorial, but just to sort of give you guys a little look into my color grading process. It's kind of random and I don't really stick to one specific sort of set step-by-step basis for color grading. But I kind of have some consistencies in what I do, at least as of recent, and I wanted to give you guys a look into sort of my process. So I'm going to be grading 3 clips today for you, and then I'm going to be giving you a LUT from each of those grades that I do on each of these clips. So you'll be able to download that LUT, those 3 LUTs down below. So the first clip that I'm going to be grading is a clip from the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. The second clip is a clip from the DJI Mavic 2 Pro in 10-bit color. And the third clip is again from the Fujifilm X-T3, which is what's filming me right now. And that's also in 10-bit color. So you'll get to see sort of how those different colors from those different cameras grade. So let's get right into it. This first clip is a clip from a wedding that I shot with the Blackmagic camera. So I like to just go in and make some initial adjustments, maybe drop the shadows a bit, boost the saturation of the shadows, and do the same. I like to drop the highlights to keep a lot of dynamic range in the sky. Maybe lift the mids a little bit. And I like to have the RGB parade open. I don't use it, and I don't really like, I don't base everything around that, but I like to have it open just in case so that I can see if something's way out of whack. So I just want to add that as a side note. So we've got kind of a Rec 709 image here. Now I'm going to go and throw on Film Convert, and then we will adjust our camera to the Blackmagic profile. I shot this in film. So as you can see, it really adds a lot of color to the image. So what I want to do is then go back into the color wheels and maybe back off some of the saturation. And I think the shadows look good there. So I think that looks really great. So I'm gonna definitely get rid of the grain, and I'm gonna go through the different film stocks. I think we want to do with Okay, I think that one looks really good. So again, I'm going to make this into a LUT, and you'll be able to download this specific Fuji Super X 400 LUT. So let's just move on to the next one. So the next is this DJI Mavic 2 Pro clip. It's a clip from Alaska. This time I'm going to throw Film Convert on first, just to show you how good it is. And then we will adjust our camera. Give it the Mavic 2 profile, D-Log profile. And I mean, look at that. That itself is pretty amazing. I just want to go in and add maybe a little saturation to the shadows to get these blues a little more saturated. Some saturation to the highlights and mids. And then I'll drop the highlights a little bit. Maybe lift the shadows a tiny bit. And then let's play with the mids and see where we want them. I think that looks good. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to use a HSL slider adjustment. So I'm going to click on Hue Saturation Curves, and then I will go to Hue versus Luma. This will allow you, and then I'll click the teardropper also. Then this will allow you to select a specific color and then change the Luma value of that specific color, so you can adjust the exposure of specific tones in your image. So I'm going to pick the blues here to try to bring back as much of the mountain as possible. And you can see you start to lose your image really quickly when you do this. So I would be careful, but I think that looks really good. Okay. And I like this LUT for this specific shot, so we'll go with that. So let's move on to the Fujifilm clip. This is from a movie that I made with 2 of my friends with the Fujifilm X-T3. So let's start by again, throwing film convert on, and then adjusting the color or the profile to the Fujifilm X-T3 in F-Log. And you can see that really adds a lot of saturation to this image, and it looks really great. But we're gonna go in and just adjust some of the colors, make our sort of basic corrections. I don't need to go over that again because you guys got it at this point. That's a really natural looking image, I think. I definitely like this image. I think it looks super natural. So let's just go and maybe play with the film stocks a little bit. Whoa. Okay, I really like that one, so I think that's the one we're gonna go with. And this image is a little dark, but the movie was kind of a dark image, so I think that's fitting in a way. It was sort of a gloomy, overcast day, and I think that is like perfect for what this movie actually was. So we're gonna go with this. And that sort of concludes my process. I know it's not very all-encompassing, and I think that'll be very helpful for a lot of you guys who think color grading is some very scary process that you don't like to do. I mean, it's literally one of my favorite parts of the filmmaking process. And again, you know, a LUT won't save a bad image. Film convert won't save a poorly lit image. You can see all these shots were exteriors, so it's very easy to get decent lighting in exteriors, especially when there's a lot of cloud coverage. So keep that in mind. Take this whole thing with a grain of salt. But like I said, color grading is a good thing. You definitely want to do it, and it can add a lot of power to whatever you're making. So I definitely believe in color grading. I think it's the awesome thing. And I definitely think you should check out the LUTs down below. Download them, try them out for yourself, let me know what you think. And I also think you should like this video and subscribe and share it with your friends, share it with your family. That's gonna be it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.